Hello everyone. Welcome to this complete Cloud and DevOps Engineering course. In this series, we are going to learn AWS, Azure, GCP, and DevOps step by step from beginner level to advanced architect level. This is not just a certification focused course. This is a real world production oriented course designed to help you crack interviews, build real cloud architecture, understand multi cloud concepts, become a strong DevOps and cloud engineers. If you are starting from zero, this course will guide you. If you are already have experience, this course will help you go deeper and think like an architect. Why multi cloud? Today, companies are not working on just one cloud. Some organizations use AWS, some organizations use Azure, some use GCP. Many large enterprises use multi cloud strategies. In interviews, companies don't ask, like, what is S3? They ask, like, how is S3 different from Azure Blob? How does IAM works in different clouds? So, this course is designed to make you confident across all the three clouds. I have designed the course in 5 phases roadmap. First, I will provide the full topics what we are going to discuss from phase 1 to phase 5. Phase 1 is the foundations level. What is cloud computing? And IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, regions and availability zones, high availability versus fault tolerance, shared responsibility models. We are going to discuss in this phase 1, and along with this we are going to cover some network basics and Linux fundamentals and finally Git and version control. We are going to cover in this module. Network basics. What we are going to cover: IP addressing, CIDR, subnettings, public versus private networks, load balancing concepts. In Linux fundamentals, file system, permissions, process, basic shell commands, and finally Git version controls, branching, merging, pull requests, Git workflow. These syllabus we are going to cover in phase 1. Phase 2, core cloud services. In this, we are going to discuss concept explanations, AWS services, Azure equivalents, GCP equivalents, and comparison between AWS, Azure, and GCP. At the same time, interview questions based on that module. In phase 2, we are going to cover few modules. Module 1 as a storage. In this storage, we will cover and compare AWS S3, Azure Blob Storage, and GCP Cloud Storage. And Module 2, Compute, EC2, Azure Virtual Machines, and Google Compute. And we will also cover autoscaling, load balancer, images and snapshots for 3 modules. Clouds. Module 3, Networking, AWS VPC, Azure VNet, GCP VPC, and including few topics: subnets, route tables, internet gateways, NAT gateways, peering, VPN. And module 4, we are going to cover identity and security, AWS IAM, Azure Entra ID, GCP IAM. We will cover in users, roles, policies, RBAC, encryption, key management services, security best practices. By the end of the phase 2, you will be comfortable in all three clouds. In phase 3, DevOps complete. Required resources like Docker, Kubernetes. In Docker, we are going to cover images, containers, Docker files, volumes, networkings. And Kubernetes part, pods, deployments, services, ingress, Helm, rolling updates. We will learn EKS, AKS, GKE, CI/CD also. And we are going to cover in phase 3 GitHub Actions, Azure DevOps, AWS Code Pipeline, Google Cloud Builds, Jenkins. You will learn build, test, deploy pipelines, blue-green deployment, canary deployments, artifacts management. At the same time, Terraform also I am going to provide in phase 3, infrastructure as a code. This is mandatory for DevOps. We will cover providers, how to create providers, resources, variables, modules, remote, backend, state locking, multi-environments. These are we are going to cover in phase 3. Coming to phase 4, advanced architecture. Now we think like a senior engineer or architect. We will cover multi-account architecture, landing zone design, disaster recovery strategy, cost optimization, monitoring and observability, production troubleshooting, zero downtime deployments, real world architecture design. In phase 5, interview preparation. Every module will include beginners, interview questions, intermediate questions, and scenario-based questions, troubleshooting questions, architecture design problems. Thank you.